You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We continue to follow breaking news this morning. A late night fire sends one person to the hospital and others taking drastic measures to save their lives. A live report with the latest on the investigation.
It is day 18 in the search for this missing Rockdale County woman and mother. What the sheriff's office is revealing about the day she was last seen.
We got some scattered showers ending so far this morning, but more will pop up later on this afternoon. We'll time it out for you hour by hour in the full forecast straight ahead.
And those traffic light troubles continue for our friends out in Lithia Springs, Thornton Road at Maxim. Those lights are holding red. Wait till you see these backups.
We want to get you right out to the breaking news in DeKalb County at an apartment fire overnight.
Ariana Maniz has been on the scene all morning. Ariana, what's the latest there?
Aisha and Cheryl, 19 people are without a place to stay this morning after this two-story apartment building caught fire overnight. Everyone made it out safely, but firefighters, they do tell us that one woman was taken to the hospital. This is at the landing at Pleasantdale, and it happened around 10:15 last night. Residents, as you mentioned, they were forced to escape this fire by jumping from a second-story balcony. The woman that was taken to the hospital, she is in critical condition, and residents, they tell us her arms and legs were burned. Firefighters say that 10 apartment units were damaged, but they were able to save 10 other units that were right next to this apartment building. Now, officials say it appears that this fire may have started in the breezeway, but they're still investigating exactly how this fire started. They tell us that investigators, they were here last night getting to the bottom of this. Now, residents, they are still here in the parking lot. We know that the Red Cross, they were here assisting these residents now that they are without a place to stay. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. We are also following breaking news coming out of Hall County. 2 people were found shot just hours ago off Roy Parks Road. The sheriff's office says 1 person died and another person is in the hospital. The sheriff tells us it is questioning some witnesses, and we do expect to learn more later this morning. And that was a look at your top headlines.
All right, some rain on the radar today, Chesley.
That's absolutely right. We have something around this morning, and it's coming to an end. We'll see this end, and then we'll catch a brief break, and then more will start to pop up. In fact, you can already see it there up to the north and west. That will begin to move in later on this morning and into the afternoon. Still some heavy rain in parts of Gwinnett County. There's the border right there, pushing into Walton County right now. You can see over toward Monroe, Campton, some heavy rain coming your way. It is starting to fall apart just a little bit, so it probably won't make it down toward Bostwick, for example. Over toward Beauregard into Athens, you got some light rain your way. That will be with you for at least the next, I'd say, a half hour, 45 minutes before it begins to wind down. Everywhere else, we're on the dry side. In fact, you're seeing a little bit of sunshine poking through those clouds, especially in our westernmost counties for now, but more of those clouds will move back in later on this morning and into the afternoon. Temperatures in the 70s just about everywhere you look except to the far north. 72 degrees in McDonough and down toward Locust Grove at the current hour. 71 in Noon in Fayetteville. You're at 74 degrees. You got 71 in Bremen. 75 degrees in Ackworth. Mapleton, you're at 74 degrees along with Marietta. 75 in Tucker. Roswell at 77. Pair of sevens right there. Even warmer than downtown Atlanta. Usually the warm spot there, but Roswell, you're the warm spot so far this morning. Your What to Wear forecast calls for short sleeves and perhaps an umbrella. You may need that. A good 50% chance for those showers, so it's likely this afternoon that you will get hit. 88 because of the cloud cover and the rain. Temperatures will be a little bit lower for this afternoon. Watching the cluster of thunderstorms up here to the north was a little bit stronger and now just starting to fall apart as it begins to push further to the south. Some good signs there. Either way, I think some of this will fire back up again as it moves closer to our area, so we could see some strong severe thunderstorms later on this afternoon and will linger into tonight as well. So we'll be watching it. Our winds right now coming in out of the southeast will change more southerly and then eventually westerly later on as we head into the afternoon. Notice the Storm Prediction Center has placed this yellow area over much of northern parts of Alabama, but it does extend into our northwestern counties as well. So you got it from Floyd County down through parts of Paulding County as well, included in that. Polk County, you're included in that. That's a level 2 threat or a slight risk for severe weather. You can see the green here for Atlanta, Athens, down through Macon. That's a level 1 threat. Isolated strong to severe thunderstorms are possible. Heavy rain, frequent lightning, and also gusty winds could be associated with a few of those thunderstorms that begin to pop up. All right, let's go over to Crash Clark now with a look at the roads.
All right, Chesley, appreciate that. We're going to take it right up top to the Sky Tracker. This is what we've been watching. Oh, boy, look at that school bus getting through that intersection there as everybody not paying attention to that four-way stop. That's kind of what we want to do when you have traffic lights that are malfunctioning like this. The problem with these is they're they're holding red in all 4 directions. So folks are like saying, hey, you know what? I'm not going to 4-way stop it. I'm just going to follow the flow of traffic. Boy, that's dangerous. I'm surprised there's nobody out there directing that, but got to get those things fixed quickly. Let's get over to the maps because I want to get you around this because there's a good way you can get away from this. Here's where they are. This is Thornton Road heading southbound towards I-20 right here at Maxim. And if you come from Lithia Springs, maybe, let me get it out of the way here so you can read that as well. Sweetwater Road, that'll take you right to Lee Road. Lee Road puts you back on I-20. Yeah, it's a little out of your way, but otherwise, boy, you're putting yourself in a lot of traffic in a pretty dangerous situation. 85 southbound, Pleasant Hill, that wreck still sits off to the right, kind of jams you back towards 316. There it sits right there, just waiting for police to do the paperwork. Not the end of the world, but definitely plenty of volume out here as we get closer to the 7 o'clock hour. Cheryl?
Thanks, Crash. Time now 6:53. Here's what's happening now.
This morning, investigators are looking for new leads in the search for a missing mom of 4. This is Imani Robertson. She hasn't been seen in nearly 3 weeks. She had dinner with her mother on July 16, and her mother says she was headed home after that. The Rockdale County Sheriff says when Robertson left, she had 2 of her children with her. We're told all of the children are fine now. Imani's car was found burned last week on a property in South Fulton off Camp Creek Parkway.
Fulton County commissioners have approved a plan to build a new jail. There's been growing criticism about terrible conditions. The county just approved a $4 million settlement to a family who says their son was eaten alive by bed bugs in his cell. So the next step, the county will figure out how to pay for a new jail. The cost, more than $1.6 billion. One option is creating a new sales tax.
Right now, the Federal Aviation Administration is trying to find out what led to the tires bursting on this Delta flight as it landed right here in Atlanta. A picture from a passenger shows people getting off the plane with an emergency slide.
While you were sleeping, crews placed fencing around the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. They're getting ready for former President Donald Trump's arraignment this afternoon. The building is now surrounded. This afternoon, the former president will be in court for the 3rd time in less than 4 months. Lawyers will respond to federal charges related to his alleged interference in the 2020 presidential election. On Tuesday, a grand jury handed down an indictment on 4 felony charges. Mr. Trump appeared in person for 2 previous indictments. Today, the judge has offered an option of appearing through a video feed. His attorney said a decision's not been made on that. The Today Show will have an update from D.C. after our newscast.
Happening today, Congresswoman Nikema Williams will join several other national and local leaders to officially announce a revitalization grant for Bowen Homes. They will hold a press conference at A.D. Williams Elementary School in Atlanta this afternoon at 1:30. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development awarded Atlanta a $40 million grant to rebuild the community. The goal is to create a neighborhood for everyone with rental units, single-family homes, and affordable housing. We're going to continue to follow this project for you as it develops.
Staying with housing in Atlanta, the city is preparing a new housing concept to help those experiencing homelessness. The Rapid Housing Initiative directs $4 million to local nonprofits. The money will pay to renovate shipping containers to become places to live. It's not the only city trying this initiative. Phoenix launched a similar program recently. The shipping containers used in this effort in Atlanta will be donated from the state.
Our 11 Alive Back to School Supply Drive is back, and it is helping to put supplies in the hands of students at Brookview Elementary in Fulton County. This is the Amazon wish list that is everything you can donate, from clothes to backpacks to folders. Pull out your phones right now and scan this QR code to take you directly to the Amazon wish list. We're going to collect donations through next week and give it to the students. Chesley, awesome effort back again this year.
Can't wait, can't wait. Take a look, folks. Today at noon, if you had lunch plans, you may want to keep an eye on the sky. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies by then. 82 degrees will be our temperature, on our way to the upper 80s for highs. Thanks to the cloud cover and our potential for rain, temperatures kept a little bit lower this afternoon. There will be a few scattered thunderstorms around. Some of those could be on the strong severe side, especially as we head into the evening. Something that we have to be on the lookout for. Be weather aware, especially for this afternoon going into Friday morning. In fact, we'll have more showers and thunderstorms during the day on Friday. Goes down a little bit as we head into the weekend, but the temperatures will be going back up.
All right, going to leave you with a couple of traffic trouble spots, including those traffic lights that are on the blink. Thornton Road at Maxim, four-way stop it. That Rec 85 south past Pleasant Hill sits off to the right. I'm going to get you an update at 7:26 as we take another live look. It's the surface streets that are filling up now as we go back to school.
A summer highlight for seniors and teens getting together for Generation Connect. The Buddy program at AG Roads Atlanta promotes intergenerational relationships between teens and their elders. During the week, students volunteered at a lot of different activities. They made a lot of memories. You can learn a lot from your elders, and they can learn from the young ones.
I love that exchange. That's awesome.
Yeah, they were getting in a good game of Uno.
Oh,
Or bingo.
Drop four. Bingo. Makino.